Do you want Mr. Verway to come up
Please.
now? Mr. Verway. Another question I guess that Mr. Verway had was he asked me if I knew, other than potentially losing rights to carry a CPL, if getting a conviction for one of the counts for firearm possession under the influence would result in loss of firearm rights.
That's what you do. You look it up. Bring the case up here. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for your patience. Are you Bruce Verway?
Yes, sir.
You got charged with the crime we've had several of today, operating with a high blood alcohol level. We've had 4 of these today with people with very high blood alcohol. You were out near the cattle operation of the dairy on Frank Jones Road on December 6th. I think it already started snowing by then. The allegation is that you were driving a vehicle with a high blood alcohol level and 2 counts of possession of a firearm. The possession of a firearm under the influence charge requires forfeiture of the weapon or device. I do not believe it prohibits your ability to further own firearms, but it requires that the firearm be destroyed. That's under the statute 750.239. That just has to do with destruction of the firearms. It doesn't seem to carry any additional sanction. At any rate, the charges are significant. As I understand it, Ms. Stoll, the prosecutor's view is if he would get an assessment, start treatment, they would be inclined perhaps to reduce it to impaired driving and 1 count of possession of a firearm under the influence.
That's correct, Your Honor.
What I would propose we do here, Mr. Verway, I get the impression you're not opposed to that. You're willing to get an alcohol assessment.
I can get it. That's not a problem.
All right. I would propose what we do is set a regular pretrial for March 27th. That's 2 months out. We'll put it on the regular pretrial calendar. That would be Friday, March 27th at 8:30. Is that acceptable to you, Ms. Stoll?
That is, Your Honor.
Mr. Gibson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defendant will get assessment and start treatment. Have you been to an AA meeting?
No,
They don't
but I
cost-
promise I have not drank anything.
All right, well, I don't know what they're gonna recommend. It doesn't cost anything.
Other than talking to but not talking to somebody who's dedicated.
All right, so you're counseling with your pastor
Yeah, and then my doctor,
and you're grieving in addition.
I just lost my son.
That's what I understand, and this is a very not uncommon thing. People treat grief sometimes with alcohol. In fact, everybody today that I saw had one guy was in the 3s, 2.5, 2.7, 1.92. I don't know what the world is, but we just see higher and higher blood alcohol levels, which essentially, if you're convicted of even 1 count, both firearms would probably be destroyed under the statute. All right, Mr. Gibson, they can give you that information. Our probation department's all discombobulated because it flooded. So some people are working remotely. The clerk is somewhere. She's brand new. Priscilla, our previous clerk, coming back as a probation officer. Autumn has shifted to magistrate. We've got a lot going on, but the clerks can give you Mr. Taylor's assessment place or Pivotal or Spencer Price. And
Okay.
I think your client would benefit from any of those. All right, Mr. Verway, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Gowan, good afternoon. I saw you by Zoom the other day, but here you are face to face. This is People versus Sivan Gowan. Charges domestic assault. Let's take a look at this. Miss Stoll, I guess, oh, there it is. Plum is in there. It's an old file, and so it's not right in the mainstream. Oops. All right, Mr. Gowan. In this case, the allegation is that you assaulted Jada Gowan, a former resident of your household. Who is Jada to you?
My sister.
I thought that's what you told me. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Ms. Abigail Stoll is here for the prosecutor. Ms. Stoll, what's the status of that?
In exchange for a guilty plea to assault and battery, the people would dismiss the domestic violence charge.
All right, assault and battery is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail, fine of up to $500. Do you understand the charge?
Yeah,
Assault and battery is an impermissive touching of another person. Assault is a threatening to do it, and the battery is actually touching them. Do you understand if you plead to that charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury?
yes, sir.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. Mr. Truckee has been appointed to represent you. You could also hire an attorney of your own choosing if you wished. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf. But you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless they were able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Understand?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Other than this plea agreement, did anybody promise you anything
No,
or threaten you?
no,
I may have already asked that, but it doesn't hurt to ask it twice. All right, now this was your sister. You and your girlfriend were staying at your sister's house,
yes, sir.
and that was on Laura Court in Sturgis. And you and your sister got into an argument. On this date, you got mad. That was September 11th. Tell me what happened.
When me and my girlfriend got into a small argument, I went outside to walk it off. My sister came outside and told me to leave. In the process of that happening, anger was flying all around, and she jumped over a friend of mine, hit me, and I grabbed a hold of her. I bear hugged her pretty much and just walked her forward into the door. The door fell on top of her, and then I left.
All right, so yeah, she got bashed into the side of the door. I think her glasses might have broke. All right, she's living at Laura Court, and you guys were there off book. So you being there could get her kicked out. So at some point, she just wanted you and your girlfriend to leave, and she didn't want to deal with your drama, and resulted in this. Then you and your girlfriend got in your car and left.
Yeah,
It wasn't until sometime later that you got arrested.
yeah, it was later that night.
Okay. Then you'd been AWOL for a while, and then you turned yourself in. When did I see him?
I
Monday?
turned myself in on Sunday, see you on Monday.
You have another case set for sentencing in front of Judge Pattison, I believe, on March or February 3rd. That is attempted resisting and obstructing. You got probation on a malicious destruction charge. I'm not sure the timing of this. Do you understand this could be a violation of your probation as well?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Stoll, do you have any input from the complaining witness?
Our office hasn't heard back from her.
Who's your attorney in the other case?
He's represented by Miss Ives in.
Yeah, we gotta
two other
quit
files.
spreading you guys around the map. Let's see how much jail credit you have here. You got arrested, I think, in the early morning hours of the 14th. This happened on the 13th. You posted bond on the 15th. Then you failed to appear for the final pretrial, and you got arrested on December 1st. And I let you out of jail on 12/6. So that's 5 more days. Then you didn't appear on January 2nd, and we got another bench warrant. You turned yourself in on Sunday 25th, and today is the 29th. So that's 4 more days. So you have a total of 10 days credit. Domestic violence carries a deferral provision with the opportunity to set the charge aside. Assault and battery doesn't. You're on probation. I haven't discussed this with your probation agent. You're set for sentencing in front of Judge Pattison next Tuesday. They're going to be good time calculated in this. I'm going to order 20 days jail credit, 10, leaving 10 days to serve. I want you to still be there when Judge Pattison sees you on Tuesday. 0 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, you're already on probation. You got $2,360 worth of unpaid fines and costs right now. Excuse me. So I'm gonna reserve on restitution. I didn't hear anything about it, but I don't think it was mostly just pushing and shoving, but I don't know if her glasses got broken or not.
I do know from knowledge that the glass is not broken. The door was fixed completely.
The glasses were not broken and the door was fixed. All right. Well, there would have been some cost to the company to fix the door. Had you been drinking?
No,
Just angry?
it was just an argument that escalated into something it shouldn't have.
Well, that's probably an accurate description of it. Eventually, you're gonna be done with all this. I'm not sure what the attempted resist obstruct that started as a felony was reduced to a misdemeanor. Judge Pattison asked for a pre-sentence. I think it's set in front of Judge Pattison. I don't think it's mine. Yes. All right. 20 days jail, credit 10. $125 worth of fines or 2 additional days, and I reserved on restitution. And the judge that goes last gets to determine whether it's concurrent, but I expect it will be concurrent with the other charges. All right, Mr. Gowan, you're good to go. Good luck.
hopefully you get done with all this on Tuesday, Judge Madison is right on his probation. So take care of yourself.
All right, that leaves just Devin Flom. And Ross, you're gonna speak with your client, Ms. Furlow, and then we'll check in tomorrow and see how we're doing.
Yes, we have a phone date today.
Very good. Let's see if Ms. Plum is here yet. Well, what's she got here? That didn't look like your style, Abigail, but you know, you want to just check to make sure people leave stuff behind all the time. We always bat 100% with these out-of-county jails. We had difficulty with Calhoun County Jail last week, and we did get that accomplished. I know Laura's been in communication with these people. She filed a petition for writ of habeas corpus way back in 2019, and I don't know what her deal was. We got her and then we lost her, and now she's in jail. Luke represented her. We took another shot at it in 2021. She failed to appear, and this warrant's been out for a number of years. Walmart